Good day all you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, try name Lookout, and today we're going to start the day by walking into the town of Seiad Valley. I say town, it's very small, and we're going to go to the Seiad Valley Cafe, where I've heard, rumours have it, that they have vegan pancakes. It's also home to the £5 pancake challenge, but I cannot eat £5 worth of pancakes, so I'm not going to even attempt that one. But I'm going to get real town coffee at least, and hopefully a decent vegan breakfast. We'll see what happens. But I am here with Refill and Nasty Cheese, who caught up with me this morning because they started earlier than I did, and we're going to have a nice breakfast before we attempt a huge climb. Oh no.
We have a day more.
So Seiad Valley is also the last trail town in California when you're heading north. After this we cross the Oregon border and the next town we hit is Ashland, Oregon. So you might have seen that the seal of the great state of Jefferson was on that sign. Well, the state of Jefferson doesn't actually exist. It is a proposed state of Northern California and some part of Oregon, sorry. So Oregon and Northern California. And I think this started out because Northern California supplies most of the water to Southern California. And when you've got all the major cities in California are in the south, there's a little bit of the rural north that don't really want to be part of it, more sort of right wing on their outlook, their political beliefs, and also not wanting to be sort of having their own water supplies taken. I think there's a lot more to it than that, but that happens to be sort of the basis as far as I understand. And so the state of Jefferson was proposed to link these two areas, Northern California and Oregon, and make one state out of that. And there's also another proposed state called Cascadia, which was going to be Washington and part of British Columbia, but that also never came to pass. So there's a lot of emblems around here saying Jefferson State and things like that, because there's a lot of support for it up here that maybe Northern California should split off from the south, the way you've got San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, Sacramento, and all of the other big towns and cities down there, and they want it to be its own thing. So there you go. Just grab some advanced breakfast here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Lovely. There's so many. There's blackberries for all the hikers on trail. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Oh, these seed pods are runner beans. These ones have all dried up and their seeds have fallen out, so definitely not runner beans. I wonder what they are. You've got some of those seed pods that are really long. Those are like 18 inches long. If you know what they are, leave a comment and tell me what they are. Some elk or deer enjoying an early morning play in the kids' playground. You guys have fun. This is the Seiad store and also cafe.
Accommodation?
It's not a challenge. It's just 6 very large pancakes on a very, very large plate. Blueberries, blackberries, pancakes, and Mrs. Butterworth's. I like the way she's brought the whole bottle. That's knowing what I like, just to smother this stuff with maple flavoured syrup. So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick update for you. It is now 1 o'clock. I was in Seiad Valley for far too long. Everyone has gone ahead. They were probably about 4 hours ahead of me. I stayed, I ate pancakes, I drank a lot of coffee, and I did some interneting and charging of devices. And now, out on trail in the heat. 26.8 miles to walk, so I'm going to be walking all into the dark tonight for sure, for definite. It will be very late when I finish, but I'm okay with that. It's not like I've been putting in a huge amount of effort today. It was just a couple of miles road walk to get here, so I'm all good. What I've got in front of me is an 11-mile long 5,800 foot climb. So yeah, probably the wrong time of day to be starting this. Hey, you just got to give it a go, haven't you? So, with a belly full of pancakes, a stomach full of coffee, and a gut full of motivation, let's give this thing a go. 26.8 miles or whatever it is. I don't think I'm going to be doing much filming, just climbing. And so it begins, the horrid climb. This is going to probably take me about 3.5 hours, I estimate, if I'm going fast, and probably closer to 4.5 if I'm not. Oh dear. One hour check-in, ladies and gentlemen. I am 3.5 miles up in 1 hour. I'm feeling fueled by pancakes. Last time I felt this good was when I had Mexican food in Agua Dulce. There must be something said for eating your body weight in junk food. I think that is the ideal hiking fuel. It's sending me up the mountain. That and the 18 cups of black coffee I had this morning. Turkey vultures are circling. This is an example of where the PCT is much kinder than the AT. If I saw that, I didn't think it was the right way, because the AT has trained me to think that going straight up steep slopes is the way forward, but a much nicer, calmer slope for me. Wow, 2 hour check-in. I've now done 6 miles. I really slowed down, but not through like pace or lack of energy, but just the path had been so covered in foliage. It's really difficult, and really slowed me down. It's like there is no trail at all in some parts. It's just completely covered over and you're just pushing your way through bushes. I've now come out into the open, just had a little breather and a drink of water, and I've seen the next water source is in 3.5 miles, which is fun because the last water source had dried up and there was no water at that point. So I've got about 3 cups of water total to take me 3.5 miles. So I better crack on, just really push, and hopefully I'll be at the water source before I know it. 3.5 miles. If it's all clear, then I'll do it in an hour. If it's foliage again, closer to an hour and a half. Whew. At least the heat's not too bad. Look at these seed pods. Not as large as those ones this morning, but they're purple. They're not really coming out with the white balance on the camera, but purple seed pods. That is called Lily Pad Lake, and it is covered in lily pads, so it's a very correct description of the lake. I like it. There needs to be more literal naming of things. Sometimes trying to get a scale of how large these mountains are is impossible. They're absolutely massive, and you come around a corner and you'd feel so insignificant and so small because the path is down here somewhere and it's so far to the top. I don't think the camera does it justice. It kind of warps it. It's just incredibly huge. Looks like we've had a tree disaster on trail. Those first two shouldn't be a problem, but it starts to get a little bit harder, especially seeing as we're on such a steep slope. One wrong move and you're going for a tumble. So we're through this section here. Got over all of the nonsense. But here's the trail. Lovely. Oh, what's that in front of us? Yet more fallen trees. Every single tree that's fallen over is crossing the trail. Another tree slowly devouring the PCT badge. The longest death ever for a badge, but it's not going to last much longer. So, ladies and gentlemen, 6 hours and 45 minutes after I started, I have hit my camp for the night. 21.7 miles done. I've just called up to refill and nasty cheese. They didn't go as far as we all said we would, so they weren't really feeling it today, so they camped early, and that's good for me. It means I don't have to trek on into the night. Got my little cowboy camp set up. Sky's clear of clouds. It looks like it's going to be really nice tonight. I can't wait to see the stars. It's really beautiful camping out like with no tent, and you can see all the stars above you. I enjoy it every night, and tonight looks like it's going to be amazing. So, time for me to cook some dinner and lie down and relax. So, that's all from me. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.